Hello, what is up guys? Eman from Peso Smart Page here. Welcome sa panibagong episode. Shout out to all the podcast listeners as well. I appreciate you all. Today, let's talk about Dito. So, merong follow-on offering or follow-on public offering yung Dito. So, ito yung cover sheet. So, this was released on November 18. And makikita nyo dito yung total number of shares ng common stock outstanding and amount of debt outstanding ng Dito. So currently yung common shares nila is at 19.5 billion shares. And yung kanilang follow-on offering is around 1.9 billion common shares. So yun yung madadagdag. And then binabaan na nila yung final offer price. Fixed na yon at 1 peso and 5 centavos. So before, I think it was around 2 pesos and 15 centavos. I'm not sure if may mas mataas pa doon previously. But yeah, around 2 pesos yung kanilang offer price sana. But binabaan nila kasi siguro napansin nila na wala masyadong interest yung market dun sa kanilang follow-on offer. Then this is another notice. Nakalagay lang dito yung details, same thing lang naman na 1.9 billion common shares yung i-consist nitong follow-on offering and 1 peso and 5 centavos per share yung kanilang final offer price. Currently, yung market capitalization ng Dito is at 27.3 billion pesos. So yung price nila is sobrang bumaba na compared sa price point nung 2021. 1 peso and 40 centavos na lang per share nagte-trade itong Dito. So, ang weird nito. Bakit ayaw niya mawala? Okay, nawala na. And kaya din bumaba itong prices ng Dito kasi na-dilute na rin yung kanilang outstanding shares. Kasi kinover ko rin to before. That was back in 2021. Kasi may nagtanong sa akin sa TikTok. Active pa ako nun sa TikTok. Nagke-create pa ako ng content doon. And they were curious if possible ba na mag 4 digits din yung share price ng Dito. And they answered dun sa video na probably not. Kasi masyadong mataas yung kanilang outstanding shares. And at that time, yung outstanding shares nila was around 2.8 billion shares lang. And ngayon nag-balloon na to 19.5 billion. And I was searching kanina kung nag-stock split ba sila. But I can't find anything. And I was also searching yung company disclosures kung kailan ba tumaas yung kanilang outstanding shares. But the last one na pwede mo makita dito sa PSE Edge was back in early 2023. And around 14 billion shares na yung meron sila nun. So I was curious kung like gaano kabilis ba na-dilute itong kanilang mga shares. Or gaano ba kabilis dumami itong mga shares na ito nag-balloon. And kung i-compare natin yung price point ngayon, it's similar na to the price point nung late or early 2020 and late 2019. And ito, grabe yung parabolic run nito. And before nga din, na news pa yon. So may mga articles na nagbebenta yung mga executives ng Dito. Kasama si Dennis Uy, nagbebenta sila ng shares nung medyo tumataas na yung prices. So ang dami nag-hold ng bag for dito sa Dito. And probably yung iba nagbenta na rin ng bag sila even though they were at a loss. Kasi dito sa parabolic na to, ito yung euphoria. So ang daming magpo-FOMO, no? Magpo-FOMO buy dito sa stock na to kasi inisip nila, uy, hindi ako nakabili ng 3 pesos, hindi ako nakabili ng 5, hindi ako nakabili ng 6, 8, 10. So probably it's a good time to buy. Malay mo magdoble, di ba? Or mag 3x pa yung prices nandito. But that never happened and they never recovered. And from the all-time high na 19 pesos per share, it's currently at 1 peso and 40 centavos. And ngayon, probably bababa pa ulit ito kasi yung follow-on offer nila, yung price lang is 1 peso and 5 centavos. So probably i-reflect na nito yung prices kapag nag-conclude na yung follow-on offer na yun. So ito yung pinakahuling nakuha ko na data or document ng list of stockholders ng Ditto. So yung total nila dito was around 14 billion 35 million shares pa. So that is a lot pa rin. And this was late. So December 2022 ito. And 2021 ko lang ginawa yung video na nasa 2.8 billion sila. And then the latest one is ito na. As of June 30, 2024, nasa 19, ito na yung current, 19.5 billion shares. So that is a lot. And yung Udena Corporation, lumiit na yung kanilang holdings dito sa Ditto. And I also read another article na isang, I think that was Singapore-based company yung magte-take over dito sa Ditto. And then meron ding article about Dennis Uy. Like yung mga risks. Kasi parang nag-present siya ng plan paano ba makaka-recover itong company na to. And nag-list siya doon ng like 4 risks. And ito yung mga mag-hinder, sa growth and sa success ng company na to. So now let's check yung video na ginawa ko previously and like mag-react lang tayo ng konti kung ano ba yung mga sinabi ko doon, and we'll just add sa thoughts ko at that time about dito. Kasi hindi naman masyado nagbago yung sentiment ko about dito. I don't hold any of their stocks. So, I haven't touched Ditto ever since. Kasi hindi ko gusto yung nakikita ko sa financials and yung association ng kanilang leader with the previous administration. So, a lot of like articles nga din. A lot of journalists, pag nagsusulat sila ng article about Dennis Uy, lagi siyang binabrand or tinatawag na crony ni Duterte. So yan, yung title ng video ko back in, eto yan, 2021. Will Ditto stocks hit 1,000 pesos per share? Hello, what is up guys? Eman from Peso Smart PH here. Welcome sa panibagong episode. Shout out to all the podcast listeners as well. I appreciate you all. So today, answer lang natin itong question ni Mark Omilio galing sa TikTok. So, by the way, ang bilis ko magsalita dito sa video na to. Well, mga previous videos ko, like the past couple of years. Kasi yung main focus ko before, lalo nung nasa solo living pa ako sa Quezon City, main focus ko was to create content sa TikTok. And usually, yung mga videos ko doon, 30 seconds lang and 1 minute. And pinagkakasya ko doon lahat nung gusto kong sabihin. So that's why mabilis ako magsalita. In comparison ngayon na focus ko lang is itong mga long-form content sa YouTube. So, you can slow down a little bit para mas clear yung pagsasalita. So, sabi niya, sir, question ngayon, nasa 9 pesos ang Ditto. Possible ba maging 4-digit siya like PLDT and Globe? Parehas naman silang telco provider. Alright, so yung quick answer dyan is no. And of course, that is just my personal opinion. Well, this can be backed din naman by certain facts na ipapakita ko sa inyo here in this video. So, kita nyo dito na yung market capitalization is 25. So, close lang siya sa current market capitalization ng Ditto. So, 27 plus billion pesos yung market cap currently, and before, that was 3 years ago or more than 3 years ago, nasa 25.1 billion pesos pa rin. Although, ang kaibahan is ang konti ng outstanding shares nila. So, 2.8 billion shares lang at that time. And nagballoon na yun to almost 20 billion currently. And mayiging 20 billion na yun actually after nung kanilang follow-on offering, kasi 1 point something billion din yung idadagdag dito sa kanilang shares. So, let's continue. And bakit ko sinabi na hindi? Well, unang-una, masyadong marami silang outstanding shares. And if you compare dito sa Globe and sa PLDT, sobrang konti nung shares ng Globe and PLDT. That's why na-achieve nila yung like 4 digits na price point. When it comes to dito, ayun, nasa 8.8 siya ngayon, no? And then yung kanyang market capitalization is nasa 25.1 billion pesos na. Yung outstanding shares niya is currently nasa 2.8 billion shares. And yes, pwede natin sabihin, no, in the future, maybe, I don't know, 50 or 100 years from now, if Dito still exist, yes, pwede niya makuha yung 1,000 pesos per share. Pero not in the near future. Like, in 10 years, I don't see it happening. Yes, it is possible, but it's not very feasible and not very realistic kapag we talk or like we measure it in around 5 years, 10 years, or 20, even 20 years, no? Although yes, long term na yung 20 years, I don't think na in 20 years, 1,000 pesos per share na magte-trade yung dito. So now, so yun, actually sa TikTok din naalala ko, I can vaguely remember na marami pa nang trash talk sa akin and nangaaway. Na sinasabi lang negative daw ako and dahil lang daw di ako nakapasok sa Deto nung mababa tapos nakapagbenta nung nag-parabolic. That's why like quote-unquote sinisiraan ko daw sila, but you know, I'm just basing yung opinion ko and yung investing decision sa mga facts. So sisilipin mo yung kanilang financials and of course mahalaga din yung mga leaders na nagpapatakbo, yung mga executives na nagpapatakbo ng business. Kasi kung hindi sila like katiwa-tiwalang mga tao, then why would you invest sa business na yun? Kasi if you invest in that business, you're also investing dun sa mga tao behind that business. So, hindi lang kung di ka naman like for example day trader, swing trader, sentiment trader, then dapat hindi ka bumibili ng mga ganitong like klaseng stocks, no? Na sobrang risky and you know sketchy yung mga people behind the business and sobrang di maganda yung financials over the years. Sobrang inconsistent. Yes, sometimes nagkakaroon sila ng quarter na profitable, but currently they're still in the negative. So, silipin din natin yung financials later. So, continue lang natin to ng konti. We are looking at PLDT here. So, sabi ko naman sa inyo, sobrang konti ng shares nila no, compared sa dito. So, kung merong 2.8 billion outstanding shares yung dito, yung PLDT is merong 216 million lang. And then yung market cap niya currently is nasa 287 billion. Although yes, no, like more than times 10 yung market cap ng PLDT. However, yun nga, ang konti ng outstanding shares sila. And then, and isa pa, kung bakit hindi umakit yung stock price ng dito, bukod sa bad financials. So, ibig sabihin, like bad business, marami silang debt, and then hindi masyado maganda yung revenue, hindi maganda yung sales. Wala silang capacity to buy back their shares. Kasi isa yung sa way para mapataas mo yung share price ng isang company. So, a lot of like big companies, even like in the US, meron silang stock buyback program. So, meron silang allotted na capital para doon. So, nababawasan yung outstanding shares nila. So, ibig sabihin nun, wawaba yung supply. So, supply and demand lang yan. So, ibig sabihin, tataas yung kanilang stock prices. And ang dami nga rin nagsasabi na hindi daw ethical yung stock buyback, but, you know, it's a norm dito sa financial industry, sa securities industry. So, a lot of big companies are doing that para ma-maximize yung shareholder value. So, for example, instead of giving out dividends, they buy back their own stocks. So, ganun yung strategy ng ibang company. I believe LTG, they're doing that before. But right now, yung strategy nila is to give out dividends consistently. But before, naabutan ko yun. But I think that was a couple of years ago. Apple, ginagawa nila yun. And a lot of other companies. Nasa 1,300 pesos na siya tinitrade currently. Same thing naman sa Globe.
So, yung market capitalization niya is almost or more than 10x ng dito. Nasa 262.4 billion pesos yan. And the outstanding shares sila is much lower, no, compared sa dito and kahit sa PLDT. So, nasa 133.6 million yan. So, yung current...
So essentially, mababa yung outstanding shares ng Globe and ng PLDT. Yung Globe, nasa 133 million lang. And then yung PLDT around 250 plus million lang. So that's why ganito kataas yung kanilang stock prices. So price action, fundamentals. So ito yung nami-miss ko sa BPI trade. Hold on, nasan na? Ito. So ito, yung company profile, valuation, financials, dividend history, and company news. So wala na to dun sa kanilang bagong platform. That's really sad and disappointing, but we can't really do anything about it. So, nabi ba silang dividends before? I'm not sure. I don't think so. So yeah, wala pa silang dividends ever since. Kasi nga wala naman silang pagkukunan. Walang ipon yung company essentially. Wala silang retained earnings. Meron silang retained losses. So ito. Realistic market cap for dito. So dito na natin.
So ito yung mas
Ituloy.
accurate na number, no. So nasa 2.8 billion shares, nasa 24.8
So ang laki rin
billion
nun,
pesos yung
binaba.
market
Kasi
cap
from
nila.
that time,
So ano nga
nasa
ba yung
9
magiging
pesos pa.
realistic
So,
na
8
number,
pesos
no?
and
So sabihin natin maging
88
50 pesos
centavos.
per share
Now down to
yung
1
kanilang
peso and
stock
40
prices
centavos.
in the next, I don't know, 15 to 20 years.
So kita nyo dito sa outstanding shares na to. 50 pesos. So making market cap niya is 140 billion pesos. So that is quite a lot.
So magiging market
Making parang blue chip stock na siya if ganito yung market cap.
cap nila is nasa 100.
And of course, again, iba yung circumstance ngayon. Kasi mataas na masyado yung kanilang outstanding shares. So kung mag-50, like, it will balloon to like trillions na.
40 billion pesos. I think that is very feasible naman and that is possible. Even hindi pa 15 years, like even less. So kaya nila makuha. So they are
Natin yun.
syempre dapat kapag naging
Pag
100
100
pesos
na,
per share,
syempre magdodoble lang.
yung track, no, sa direction na yun. That's what you think. So let me know sa comments.
So at that time, sa outstanding shares na yun, kung mag 1,000, then nasa 2.8 trillion yung market cap ng dito. So very unrealistic. So yun lang naman. So punta tayo ngayon sa financials ng dito currently. I believe nag-post sila ng net income last quarter. So that's good news for them. So speaking of stock buybacks previously, so na-mention natin earlier, this occurs when a company buys back its shares from the marketplace. The effect of a buyback is to reduce the number of outstanding shares on the market, which increases the ownership stake of the stakeholders or the shareholders. A company may buy back shares because it believes the market has discounted its shares too steeply, to invest in itself, or to improve its financial ratios. Share buybacks can help companies reduce the dilution caused by employee stock option plans. So, yung ibang companies kasi nag-offer sila ng stock options sa mga employees sila. So, pagka kinlaim na nila yun, then they have the option to like sell it. So, madidilute yung outstanding shares ng isang company. So to prevent that, they just buy back their own shares. And hindi naman ito naging like expense. So hindi siya nire-record sa expense column ng books nila. And again, as mentioned earlier, yung Apple meron silang stock buyback this year. So notable buyback announcement yan in 2024 so far. Another one is Microsoft. And then Alphabet, which is yung parent company ng Google. And then Nvidia. Ito sa Philippines wala ako masyadong makita, but may dalawa ako nakita, which is Robinsons Retail Holdings Incorporated or RRHI. So meron din silang share buyback transaction this year. Ito yung latest, November 20 itong sa Robinsons. And then another one, it was back in June 2024, Aboitiz Equity Ventures naman or AEV. So meron din silang maraming share buyback transactions. And now lastly, let's take a peek dito sa financial report or financial reports ng Ditto. So this was back in December 31, 2023. So this is for the whole year. So yung retained, well, hindi pala loss yung tawag doon. Retained earnings or deficit. So yung deficit nila for 2023 nag-balloon from 26.3 billion to 34.5 billion. So that's not good. So ang dami rin ng kanilang total liabilities. So 247.8 billion. So ito yung difference ng liabilities sa assets. Itong retained deficit na ito. And sa income statement naman, they lost after taxes 19.6 billion pesos. And yung attributable to parent, the parent company, is 8.1 billion pesos. So bumaba naman yan in comparison nung 2022, which was negative 25.6 billion and attributable to parent negative 13.7 billion. So currently this was the good news. So for the third quarter ng 2024, ended ng September 30, 2024, nagtala sila or nag-record sila ng net income. Yung net income nila is around 2.3 billion pesos and then yung attributable to parent is 998 million pesos. In comparison ng previous year, yung net income net loss after taxes, 9.7 billion pesos and attributable to parent, 4.2 billion pesos. Although yung current year-to-date nila is hindi pa rin ganun kaganda. Kasi previous year-to-date, nasa negative 12.958 billion pesos lang kanilang losses. Attributable to parent is negative 5.7 billion pesos. This year, yung current year-to-date, yung net loss is negative 25.8 billion pesos. Attributable to parent is negative 11 billion pesos. So that's not a good look for the company. But yeah, hopefully things improve. Kasi we don't really want a business like, failing. But yeah, again, I am not a holder of Ditto stocks and probably I will never be a holder of their stocks. So I don't really like business. I don't like the people behind the business, and yung pangita naman dito sa financials. Although this is just for 2022, 2023 and 2024 so far, but this should paint a clear picture para sa mga potential investors kung gusto mo nila ma-expose sa ganitong klaseng investment. So, it's probably a losing investment and it has been for a couple of years now. So, yung magandang run lang nila was back nung early 2020, 2021. But after that, bumulusok na lang siya pababa, hindi pataas. And also, kung telco lang din naman yung trip nyong bilhin na stocks, just go for PLDT and Globe. It's as simple as that. And yeah, we will end the episode here, guys. Sana may natutunan kayo. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I will see you on the next episode. Always remember, be peso smart.